Okay, well, we've got everything where we need it to be, basically. And as I said, if you're looking for a line-by-line how to draw a manga face kind of a video, please go ahead and go to my channel and have a look. It's one of the more recent videos. This one, of course, is going to be focusing more on sort of the shading and adding details and you know, because sometimes you make a drawing and you get the lines in the right place, and then you go to shade it in, and somehow it just gets out of control, and you feel like you ruined it in the shading process. So that's why I wanted to focus a little more on that. But I'm spending a little time right now to kind of tighten things up prior to getting into the shading, and I am using a black Prismacolor colored pencil, and you can find them in most art stores. They have like a rack of colored pencils, and just look through there until you find the black one. And if you want to use this technique, I use it for these. I used it in my manga series Miki Falls in place of inking, just because I wanted to give it a soft feeling that you can't get with ink. In any case, maybe I can go ahead and switch to my shading pencil of choice. My shading pencil of choice for me is something I grew up with, the Dixon Ticonderoga, not an art pencil, maybe even just a writing pencil, but I find it works real nice for me for doing the kind of shading that I want to do. I'm going to work on the hair right here, and before I go much further with this, I want to sort of indicate where I'm going to have the highlights. I always like to have a little band of white spaces going across the top of the hair. You see most manga anime artists doing this to suggest shiny hair. I think the main thing is, for me, is not to have one even band going straight across, but to sort of break it into ovalish shapes that kind of trail off as you get down toward the ends of it. And I may even do a secondary one down here, which I don't always do, but to give this one extra shiny hair. Now that I've got that in place, then I can, with a bit more confidence, start to go in and shade the hair in. Notice how I'm holding, when I'm doing details, I move in real close to the tip of my pencil. When I want to get sweeping lines, I pull back, and then I'm sort of flicking my wrist. It's almost as if my wrist is doing the drawing at this point. You know, I've pulled so far back that I couldn't do tight control if I tried, you know, on the pencil at this stage. It's more about just getting that flicking motion off of your wrist and taking advantage of that to suggest the direction of the hair. Now notice as I get more towards the middle of this drawing, that the lines are going to get more and more like it's a straight line until I reach a point where I really want to change position, move over here, and start doing the lines over from this side. If I were doing a normal drawing without videotaping it, I would be flipping the page around at this stage, you know, twirling the paper around in front of me. I don't want to do that and mess up the video, so I'm sort of moving myself around. The result is slightly awkward, I must confess, but hopefully these lines are still taking somewhat advantage of the flicking motion of the wrist. In any case, yeah, a little bit clumsy right here. Sorry about that, folks. You have to make compromises when you're shooting a video, unfortunately. I wish I could be just whirling this paper around to get it into the ideal position for my own wrist. But again, notice that I'm holding far back on the pencil. That allows me to get these quick sweeping motions. And I think if you're choking up on the pencil, I don't know if you can say that, like in baseball, choking up on the bat. If you're going up real tight toward the end of the pencil, you're not going to be able to get these long flicking lines. So see if that works for you. And if it doesn't, don't do it. Yeah. None of these bits of advice here are supposed to be, you know, one size fits all for everybody. If it doesn't work for you, yeah, do it your own way. You know, that's what the great thing about art is. No one should be able to really tell you what you should do. You find your own way. But anyway, I'm going in and starting to darken in some areas of the hair here a little more. to give it a little more feeling of depth. And I've done this before on another video, but I'm going to do it again on this one, and that is to add a little bit of darkness here underneath the highlight to make it kind of pop a little bit. And maybe I'll take a break from the hair right now and get into doing the eyes. Now, I've shown how I do my eyes in a number of videos. I think this time, to make it a little bit different, I'm going to try to give her more haunting eyes. And that effect is achieved by leaving them a little more blank, you know, not darkening in everything completely. So I'm going to go ahead and darken in the pupil here, but this iris area I am going to leave quite lightly shaded, and I think that will hopefully create a kind of haunting effect with her eyes. And this band of darkness around the edge also contributes to that. I don't know if it's sort of like a cat-like eye quality or something, but leaving it a little lighter than I normally would. In fact, I may erase a little here to accentuate that. And let's go ahead and do the other eye the same way. I think let's just time-lapse this because it's going to be about the same thing. Okay, there we go. I think we got the basic effect. I'm going back in with my Prismacolor to really darken in the pupil and maybe add a little touch of shading here at the top of the eye. But I am leaving it more blank than I would normally, just kind of as an experiment to see if I can give her the kind of haunting eyes that you sometimes want in an illustration. And I think I may do a little more shading down here around her neck. And I'm going back to the Ticonderoga here, the Dixon Ticonderoga, to shade this in. A lot of times shading is done fairly quickly. I talk about that a lot, that the speed of the line shows up in your illustration. And as you practice and get better at it, you may find that you want to move the pencil quite quickly at certain points to get that quick line quality. I see a lot of anime or manga artists doing this. Oh, and I have to say, people keep telling me, it's manga, it is not manga. I don't want to get into a big battle about it, folks, but I'm doing the real Japanese pronunciation here. There is no ah sound in Japanese. There's only a ah sound, and that's why it really is pronounced manga. But I'm not going to get too uptight about that. Just please don't chew me out for doing the Japanese pronunciation. Anyway, I think we're probably running out of time. I'm going to go ahead and add a little more extra shading in here on the hair to get a little more depth, make it a little more 3D looking. Probably if I were trying to make this a completed illustration, I would be doing considerably more shading than I'm able to do within the confines of this video, but I do hope that this has helped you get some ideas for shading. Let me go ahead and get the eyebrows in here because I don't think that they are up quite as much as I'd like. Always give Miki, this is my Miki from my manga series, always give her that sort of little pout that I love to see on her face. Add a little bit of a blush here. And maybe I better wind it down now before I completely run out of time. Thanks so much, friends, for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary. I can't believe it. 1 year I've been on YouTube. Thanks to all of you for subscribing and making it such a successful year for me in terms of YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and show the cover of the manga itself, Miki Falls, in the stores, all 4 of them right now. And thanks again, folks, for watching the videos. I do hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll be back with another one real soon.